right there. So if I had to draw it in, I would literally draw it right like this. And that thing is sweeping to the west this way, just like this, and it's sweeping pretty hard. It's sweeping about 55 miles an hour, so this thing is really cooking across the valley. Now, some of the rain amounts have been an inch and a half an hour, but people aren't seeing that. They're seeing anywhere from a quarter of an inch to a half inch. I did see over on the Loop 303 when that passed through, there was about 3/4 of an inch of rain. I'm going to punch up Jason. I just want to show people the after effects of this storm. Again, there are several active severe thunderstorm warnings here in the valley. And Northern Parkway. Looks like there might be an accident based on some of the emergency vehicles there, but that's just an indication that you want to take your time trying to get home tonight. If you're kind of on the tail end of the evening commute, and if you're commuting to the Southeast Valley, pack in some extra arrival time, especially if you're sitting at home, maybe watching this on azfamily.com or on any of your Roku or streaming devices, or maybe you're watching this on Facebook Live. You want to pack in some extra time, especially if you have some loved ones heading to the Southeast Valley, because that's exactly where that cold front is. Real quick peek of what's going on north of us. That cold front is sweeping through the high country. It is dumping up north. We've already had a foot of snow in places around Flagstaff. I-40 corridor closed, I-17 corridor, portions of it closed. Same thing along State Route 189. Jason, where are you going there? There we go. Yeah, you can see that that snow is coming down, and with those blowing winds, visibility has been brutal. Our team coverage, including Michael Raimondi, they were stuck on the I-40. Trucks could not get in or off. There was a couple of major crashes, and trucks weren't able to make it up the hill on some of those incline areas along the Interstate 40 corridor between Williams and Flagstaff. So travel has been difficult there. Let's get back. I'm going to punch this up, Jason. Let's get back to our live Doppler radar, because that is what we're keying on right now. That's a live radar sweep. You can see how fast the sweep is going, trying to get all layers of this cold front as it sweeps eastward across the valley. If you're just joining us here on Facebook or any of your streaming devices, want to show you all the watches and warnings. Let me take off this sweeping radar. Let me take off the satellite. I do have lightning still on. I'm going to take off the satellite, and then I'm going to put in those severe thunderstorm warnings. So let's get you right down in there. There's that wind advisory still in effect. We've had wind gusts very, very strong. Let's get you into those thunderstorm warnings for the Stanfield area, all the way over to the I-10 corridor, all the way up through Sun Lakes, Chandler, Queen Creek, Guadalupe, portions of Tempe, all the way up to the Loop 202, portions of Scottsdale. So these severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect until 7:45. Until 7:45. I'm going to take off that wind advisory because it's kind of tough to see. So if you guys are in this gold box, you see, Apache Boulevard, let's see some of those intersections. Tempe Junction, the Tempe Cascade neighborhoods, Beverly Trailer Park. Boy, if you're in that trailer park, I'm sure it's rocking and rolling, because some of those wind gusts have been pretty strong. In fact, let me show you. There's the current warning areas. Let's check on the latest wind gusts. I'm going to punch this up. Got to load it up. Here's the latest wind gusts right now. Look at that. 33 at Sky Harbor, 22 in Tempe, 27 out in Mesa, 23 in Scottsdale, 29 at Deer Valley. These are just some of the wind gusts that we've been seeing, and that's just here at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. We've seen these wind gusts in excess of 40. It was 43 at Sky Harbor. Those delays have been climbing. Looks like I'm getting some more information from Jason here as part of our digital team here at Arizona's Family. Oh, and we've got the Facebook on touchscreen. Let's see. Oh, right behind me. Thank you, Jason. Let's see what you guys are talking about here. This is from our First Alert Facebook page. You guys are the viewers, and you help us tell the weather story. Let me punch this up and show you. That's the commute home. That's why we First Alert. I mean, that is the payoff, is to make sure that you've had that heads up since yesterday or the day before. I'm trying to remember when we First Alert, but this is your 24-hour, 48-hour heads up that we knew that this evening commute was going to be a tough one. And boy, look at outside the windshield. That is a tough commute. This is Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. She's driving west on Peoria around 67th Avenue, the street completely flooded, and her daughter took that video. Yeah, look at that low-lying water on the side of the roadway. Leanne, thank you so much for helping tell the weather story. Here's Marietta, Winter Wonderland up in Prescott Lakes. Boy, look at that. That is just fantastic there. Jason, I can still scroll through these, right? Okay, this is Adrian's view in Lake Havasu. This is Crossman's Peak. Crossman's Peak is outside just east of Lake Havasu. It's at about 5,000 feet. But I mean, look at the snow dusting. I mean, this is how low this elevation is going to go. We could actually see measurable snow down in Tucson overnight tonight before sunrise tomorrow, which means our superstitions, the McDowells, portions of the white tanks may have a dusting or coating of snow as we wake up in the morning. There's that fireplace. Boy, that looks good. Pouring in the Dreamy Draw neighborhood. Yep, we know that. That area is not under severe thunderstorm. It's the southeast part of the valley. Here is Chris Blake. Sticky, icky snow. This is in Prescott, Arizona. My. Let's take a look at that car. Holy cow, that is wet, sticky snow. Thank you for that. Thanks for helping us tell the weather story right there. Let's see, what do we got here? Marianne, this is Santan Valley. Let's take a look at that. Look at that. Those are some pretty strong wind gusts. We had wind gusts, again, at 43 miles an hour, and our friend Jason from the digital team tells us that, yeah, Sky Harbor delays about 150 minutes. What is that? That's plus 2 hours and growing over there. Marianne, she's always been a great contributor to our Arizona First Alert Facebook page. Thank you, Marianne. We really appreciate that. There's Teresa Stover, Chino Valley. Look at that. Yeah, Chino Valley. That is almost a Christmas tree. That is a perfect tree right there in the Chino Valley area. I'm going to show one more, and then I want to get back to the severe thunderstorm warnings. Richard Dozier, Prescott Valley. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it very much. Look at that. That is nightfall right now. That is why we here at Arizona's Family, that's why ADOT, we're trying to tell you, look, don't be traveling right now. I'm going to punch that up and show you that. Don't be traveling right now in the high country, because not only is the rain falling here in the valley, but it is falling, the snow is falling really good. Blizzard conditions up in the Prescott area as well as other areas around the valley. All right, let's go back to my weather camera, and I'm going to show you those severe thunderstorm warnings once again because they are still in effect until about 7:45. It's all due to the system that I'm going to call up right here. Just be patient with me. I'm going to take this off. There is a sweeping cold front. In fact, I'll just draw it out for you real quick. It's with an associated low that's centered right up here in Mojave County. It is this sweeping cold front. It's going to draw it right in right there. It is sweeping to the west, to the west, to the east, northeast, getting my directions mixed up, at about 55 miles an hour. So yes, there is heavy rain alongside this front, as well as damaging winds. That's why the National Weather Service has said, look, we've got to issue a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings until about 7:45. So the reset here, it's coming up now on 7:30. I'm seeing McLaughlin, Chief Meteorologist Royal Norman. Paul Horton is right over there in our First Alert Forecast Center. We are keeping you up to date online here, any of your streaming devices. Here that you have our streaming app. You want to make sure to download that, because that is your source for local news here at Arizona's Family. We're also streaming on azfamily.com, as well as our Arizona Family First Alert Facebook page, as well as our Facebook page on Arizona's Family. Listen, thanks for joining us. Thank you for helping us tell the weather story. So here at 7:30, we are kind of resetting everything. We still are under a First Alert Wednesday for heavy snow up in the high country, as well as damaging winds, thunderstorms, and brief heavy rain here in the valley. We've been seeing this happen here, started out in the West Valley at around 4:15, and it has been progressing very quickly across the valley here in the nighttime hours. So the evening commute for some of you has been difficult, and now for you folks down in the Southeast Valley, there's been some damaging winds, thunderstorm as well as a few lightning strikes that I've been seeing, and portions of the Southeast Valley are under a severe thunderstorm warning. In fact, several portions of the valley. So here at 7:30, let's kind of reset those areas. I know, I'm resetting.
Okay, you got it? Okay.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I got it. All right, let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm warnings right here. There are three of them, and oh, look, it looks like there is one now starting to update. When it flashes like that, it is updating. You can see that that's going to extend now all the way out to the far East Valley, as well as portions of Mesa. So let's check in. This is the brand new one, just coming in at 7:30. It's now been extended until 8:15. This is for Gilbert and Queen Creek. So this storm has been moving fairly quickly to the northeast at around 55 miles an hour, and this is now extending the severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15. So let's get you updated on some of those neighborhoods. All right, right here. So in the Queen Creek area, there's the Loop 202. There's the old Proving Grounds. There's Mesa Gateway Airport. So you folks, you are included. So let's go from the bottom. Chandler Heights Road, Power Road. There's the big intersection. There's the city of Queen Creek right now. There's Germain. There's Queen Creek Road. So that is all the way up. There's the diagonal. Queen Creek, there's Ellsworth, there's Pecos, there's Ray Road, Elliott. This is in the far Southeast Valley, all the way out to Apache Junction. There's the US 60. So we're talking past the. You guys are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. There's Leisure World, Twin Knolls, Dreamland, Velda Rose Estates. What I'm doing is I'm listing off some of the neighborhoods that are involved in this severe thunderstorm warning. Also, have to put on the glasses a little bit. Palmas del Sol, Dreamland Villa. So you folks are all under that severe thunderstorm warning that now goes until 8:15. I got to take my jacket off because it's getting really hot under these lights. So this goes all the way north, all the way past the 202 and McDowell, all the way up to Eagle Crest Drive. That's almost, is that in, that's just east of Power Road in Las Cendejas Mountain Road. So you folks up there, let's see, which golf course community is that? Is that Red Mountain Golf Course? I think it is. You guys are also part of that severe thunderstorm warning. So that makes 3 now. At one point there was 4, but what like Chief Meteorologist Royal Norman was saying, the National Weather Service kind of keeps extending them and kind of keeps pushing them to the northeast, involving more parts of the southeast part of the valley. If you're just joining us, like I was resetting here at the bottom of the half hour, there's been an aviation warning. That basically means for pilots, it's just a tough go. You can't land in wind gusts in excess of 40 plus miles an hour with crosswinds, with low visibility, with rain. So that weather warning goes until about 7:45. We'll see if that comes off the board as well. But you can see that there's that severe thunderstorm warning still has been now extended through portions of the Southeast Valley. Whoops, let me see if I can get my little clicker back. Let me show you what has been causing this. Let's see if I can get off that. There we go. Wow. Are you guys seeing these hail signatures? Yeah. So that area in blue right there, that indicates that it's cold enough for hail. So it looks like the possibility of hail on the new 202 expansion. So this is down in the Ahwatukee foothills area. It looks like there could be some graupel or hail possibly falling in that area right now. So that's in the blue. These red indicates heavy rain with rainfall estimates at more than an inch per hour. So this is a really brutal cold front that is sweeping to the east at about 15 miles an hour. As far as the snow level, let's check. It's now right on top of the Cave Creek area, right just spilling over the county line. There's that county line right there. But you can see right along this cold front, there's several areas that have a possibility, what Doppler radar is indicating, which is called a hail signature, that yeah, there could be hail falling north of the Loop 101. Let's see which area, just west of Curry's Corner. That's on Cave Creek Road, Deer Valley Road, North Cave Creek Road. That's just past the Loop 101 all the way up to Jomax. So let me hear you. Behind me is our Arizona First Alert Facebook page. Let me see if I can update this and see if we're getting any sort of results coming in from our viewers up there. Here's our news post. This is Chris Blake. This is in Prescott. Boy, the snow is really coming down. Hey, Ro, do we have any reports of hail at this point? And he didn't hear me. All right. Well, let's see what the wind gusts are. Let's load that up. Yeah, it's still really windy down in the valley, or in the southeast valley. 38 in Santan, 22 out at Mesa Falcon Field, 31 at the Gage in Phoenix, 29 at Deer Valley. So again, the problem is with the severe thunderstorm warnings, and those are still in effect for the next half hour or so, and one until about 8:15. It is this sweeping cold front that is moving through, pushing to the east at about 55 miles an hour. So let's take a look at those right now. Let me put those in. There we go. And those are the portions under severe thunderstorm warnings. It's 7:37. One was supposed to come off at 7:45. I bet you they're going to extend that. That's for Santan, Sun Lakes area. So that is still in effect. Let's check the next one. That's until 8:15. That's for you folks in Gilbert and Queen Creek. The Chandler one that affects portions of Ahwatukee, Gilbert, Guadalupe, and Sun Lakes, that's until 7:45. Boy, with all of that severe thunderstorms that have been sweeping through in that area, I doubt if that one is going to be pulled off at this point. I'm just going to keep checking to see if we have anything new. That's Cottonwood. I'm just checking our Arizona Family First Alert Facebook page because it is a great kind of indication of where this is happening at. We don't have anything new, Jason, so let's go back. I'm going to punch up my weather computer, and let's just keep informing folks of exactly where these thunderstorm warnings are. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep coming in and showing you these different neighborhoods. So you folks all the way up in Tempe under that severe thunderstorm warning. Tonto Basin still under the flood warning. That's been in effect since last week. And the areas in pink, these are all winter storm warnings. We can go through those really quickly. They'll be coming off of Mojave County until about tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. So that's a winter storm warning for you folks up in the Wallapai Mountains area. You can see this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Yavapai County, for Ash Fork, Baghdad, Black Canyon City. That goes into effect through tomorrow morning. The Flagstaff area, let's get you updated on your winter storm warning. You guys are still in it until mid-morning, Thursday morning. That's for Flagstaff, Grand Canyon, Kachina Village, Mountain Air. So then it kind of extends the farther east we go. So there's Clintswell, there's Payson. You folks are in it through Overguard, Casilla, Payson, Pine. That's until 11 a.m., but it goes a little further through the time range here in the far east part of the state. Let me show you Graham, Greeley County, Thursday, 11 a.m. There's the one for East Fork, Lakeside, McNary, and Pinetop Lakeside. Also the northeast part of the state, all the way up here in the tribal lands, they're under a winter storm warning until 11 a.m. That's for Ganado, Fort Defiance, and you folks above 3,000 feet for the winter storm warning. All right, so that's the winter storm warnings, but again, we still have active weather, severe weather in the Southeast Valley until about 8:15. Those are the neighborhoods: Guadalupe, Chandler, Sun Lakes, Queen Creek, portions of Chandler and Mesa, all the way up to Tempe, just north of Tempe Town Lake. It kind of cuts off right there at McDowell, but goes eastward past the 101, in through the Beverly, the Broadway Road area. University is included, Broadway, Indian School, all the way down to the Loop 101, 60 interchange, and then it goes east all the way past, all the way past Mesa Drive. And yeah.
We have new ADOC camera at, I believe, US 60 Power.
Oh yeah, let's punch that up. There's the Loop 202 in Power Road. No, that's fine. So the Loop 202 in Power, look at that. There is a lot of rain out there on those valley roadways, just coming down in buckets. Some of the rainfall rates that we have seen have been well over an inch. And you can see that the rain is coming down in the valley at a good clip. Oh, here's some of the chats from our Facebook Live. Let's see some of those. Well, we appreciate you guys sharing this feed. How low will this, Vicente asks, how low will the snow levels drop? Hey, that's a great question, Vicente. We're thinking that it's going to drop as low as about 3,000 feet. Now, Tucson is around 2,500 feet. So we're expecting maybe some measurable measurable snow in the Tucson area. That would happen sunrise. All the cold air has got to get in behind this cold front. Right now, this is lifting a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of strong winds. The cold air will fill in on the back side of this low. You'll see the wind start to shift direction. Instead of coming out of the west, southwest, it will start coming out of the north, northeast. So that means the cold front has passed to the east of us. When that starts happening, our temperatures are going to quickly drop. Our overnight low is 39. So we think that the foothills area of the valley will definitely see a dusting of snow, maybe as far south as Desert Foothills, Troon. I'm sure you guys are going to see snowflakes up in North Scottsdale, maybe around Camelback, Piestewa at about 2,400, 2,500 feet. That could have a little bit of a light dusting as far as measurable. I don't see it, but we can't rule out some light snowflakes in and around the valley at just before sunrise. Okay, it's 7:43. You can kind of see right down here below me are the severe thunderstorm warnings. So right there, these are the neighborhoods still under severe thunderstorm warnings. These two right here on the bottom for Sun Lakes and Sackatone, they're set to come off the board in about 2 minutes. And then our active one is out here in the Southeast Valley, the extreme Southeast Valley, includes portions of Gilbert, Queen Creek, and Apache Junction. That is the one that has been extended until 8:15 as this cold front pushes through. So let's show you what we're talking about. Yeah, it's a monster. Just get ready for the 8 o'clock show. But yeah, it is a really strong storm, really putting to the east. There's Power Road and the Loop 202. You can see that The evening commute is pretty much over, but this is why we first alert. We first alert over 24 hours ago. In fact, on Monday, to let you know that we knew this evening commute was getting pretty tough. We knew that it was going to be kind of hazardous driving, not only here in the valley, but definitely up north. I'm going to just kind of update our Arizona Family First Alert Facebook page, because you guys always help us tell the story. And when it's safe outside, we want you to help us tell the weather story by posting on our Arizona First Alert Facebook page or our Arizona Family Facebook page. Keep it to weather on this page, because that's what we love to see. Here's a new one, Michelle. Rain and high winds in Mesa tonight. Let's see it. Oh yeah, look at her palm trees, Michelle. It is kind of buckets in there. She's pushing into the street lamp, and look at that rain coming sideways. That is just amazing. Jason's trying to see if there's any sound on that. Boy, look at that. Yeah, it is coming down over there in Mesa. She just posted this 3 minutes ago. She's probably in that area under severe thunderstorm warning. So again, that goes until about 8:15. Oh, perfect. That is awesome. So now I can actually hear myself. Perfect, perfect. I can be able to see and hear what we're saying. Oh, nice. Thank you, Jason. Oh yeah, I can hear Michelle and those high winds. So we've seen wind gusts in excess of 40 miles an hour with this cold front. Sky Harbor is undergoing some pretty strong delays, 2+ hours. Here's Larry. This is, boy, his view. Where is his view? I'm not quite sure where Larry. Oh, this is his parking lot in Flagstaff. Okay, look at that. Boy, can you guys see that? That's how people save their windshield wipers up north. They take them off the glass windshield because it keeps the rubber from freezing onto the windshield when we have a snow event like this. I mean, that's a foot plus of snow up there in Flagstaff. That is absolutely incredible. That's just a kind of an indication of all the snow up in the high country. Oh yeah, Jason just said, hey, another way that you can kind of share with us is here on our Arizona Family website. There is a share your picture area, and these are just some of the snow pictures that have been coming in. Let's see, I'm just loading that second page. There's over 1,000 pictures. Let's just look at some of these. Look at this. This is from Christine, and she says 6 inches of snow in Kingman. I mean, look at this. That is absolutely incredible. There we go. Just more. This is from Prescott. This is from Janet. Thank you, Janet, showing us this from Prescott. She's got some great photos of her pine trees. This is Jim. Jim is Kingman. Look at that. That is, I don't know. Is that a shovel? Is that a swing set? Not quite sure what that is. Here is Sherry. Sherry is in Kingman. That is incredible. What I want to do, Jason, let's go back to the radar just because it's so active right now. I want to just check to see if those severe thunderstorm warnings have gone off the table, because we have got just a whole mixed bag of severe weather happening right now across the valley. So there is the cold front. It's sweeping to the east at 50 plus miles an hour. It's 7:49. If you're joining us here on your streaming device on ArizonaFamily.com or our Arizona First Alert Facebook page, we are live streaming, trying to keep you ahead of the storm. I'll be going off the air here in about 10 minutes to allow our newscasts to take over live. We got Chief Meteorologist Royal Norman as well as Paul Horton in the studio, and they're going to be taking over our live team coverage. Let's check on the severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's take off the radar right now. Let's put on the warnings, and yep, there's one more still on the board. Here it is for the Queen Creek, Apache Junction, Gilbert area. That is in effect now until 8:15. That was issued at 7:30, so that's still in effect until 8:15. And those areas include all the way down in the south part of town, Sonokai Village area, East Chandler Heights, all the way down to the East Hunt Highway. Over here, it does include portions of the airport. If you're around the airport in Chandler, there's Germain, Norton's Corner, the Higley neighborhood, Sonora Town. This is up in the eastern part of Gilbert. So there's the Loop 202 expansion. There's Baseline, Leisure World, Velda Rose Estates, Twin Knolls. You guys have all been experiencing some pretty strong wind gusts in excess of 60 or 50 plus miles an hour as this cold front continues to move through. That goes all the way up to McDowell and the 202 up near Eagle Crest, Thunder Mountain. There's Brown and University, portions of Apache Junction. You are all under this severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15. So that is the area that we are concentrating on. The aviation weather warning for Sky Harbor, that has come off the board. That is the winter storm warnings that are still in effect through midday tomorrow. That area in green is Tonto Basin. They have had enough rain that Tonto Basin continues to be flooding. So let's take a look real quick. Jason just showed us a brand new photo, and this is from our storm commander here at azfamily. We are traveling, it looks like we are eastbound on Bethany Home and just checking out some of these areas that have seen some pretty strong wind gusts. Again, the Southeast Valley, portions of the Southeast Valley under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15. We are 8 minutes away from Arizona's Family News at 8. This is your opportunity to just keep the coverage continued. If you're streaming us on your streaming device or if you're watching us on Facebook Live, we want to turn that over here at the top of the hour to our team of meteorologists, including Chief Meteorologist Royal Norman and Paul Horton. I'm not sure if Paul jumped into this, to the storm commander, but probably when we had these wind gusts that we have seen, these hail signatures, as well as the heavy rain. In fact, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is a heck of a cold front that has moved through. It has fired off severe thunderstorms across the valley, and there's a lot of cold air behind it. You can see the snow level is dropping up in the northern part of the valley. You can see some snow signatures down here in the mountains northwest of Maricopa, south of South Mountain. White Tank Mountains, maybe a little bit of snow at the very top. And oh yes, look at that snow level really dropping down now up in the Cave Creek Carefree area. So Camp Creek, I'm sure you folks are seeing snow. Also just west of the Tonto Basin, up the 87. Boy, I bet you the beeline is just horrible driving right now. And then as you go across the county line, there's the snow line. You can see Verde Valley still falling as rain, but that area in green right there is shrinking as that snow level continues to drop. And then we're expecting the snow level to drop as low as 2,500 feet. So that means Tucson could have some measurable snow in the morning at sunrise. And I know that you're going to want to tune in to our Good Morning Arizona team. I know that we're getting our helicopter up right at sunrise when it's safe because we think the Superstition, the McDowells, portions of the White Tank Mountains, I should say, to be correct, maybe Piestewa Peak, maybe Camelback, possibly have a little bit of snow. I don't know if it will be measurable, because a lot of things have to happen. The cold air really has to get all the way down to the surface for it to fall here on the valley floor. Remember, the valley floor is anywhere from 1,100 to 1,200 feet high based on where you are. So it would be real tough to see some snow flurries or snowflakes all the way down to the valley floor, but definitely in the foothills all around the valley. Behind me here is our Arizona Family Facebook page and our Arizona Family website where you can post all of your weather stories. I'm just going to punch up our storm commander as it looks like they are now on the 51, and look at that standing water on the freeway. It is just rooster tailing behind the cars. There goes Chief Meteorologist Royal Norman. He's getting ready to take over at the top of the hour on the Arizona Family News at 8 on 3 TV. Remember, we will have full coverage. We've got Michael Raimondi up in Williams. He's stuck along the I-40. He was giving us live reports of some of the pileups on the I-40 due to the low visibility, heavy snow. We also have a team in Prescott. We have a team in Sedona where it was that rain was turning over into snow as we speak. But yeah, you can see that the evening commute thankfully is over, and I'm sure it took a long time for you folks driving, especially down into the Southeast Valley. So it is 7:55, and we'll go for a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to turn it over to the crew on Arizona's Family News at 8. You can see the rain still coming down. I'm going to punch up my radar one last time and show you that, boy, this cold front has it all. It's got severe weather. That light pale blue is our Doppler radar indicating that it's cold enough for hail at some of these cloud tops. We'll see. We haven't had any reports of hail right now. In fact, that's one thing I can check. I can check to see if we've got any storm reports. Well, it looks like we've got a bunch of storm reports for snow. That's at the Prescott Courthouse. We've seen that. We've seen that live on Arizona's Family. There's Washington Park. Yep, snow, moderate. That's just north of Payson. So no snow reports yet. And actually, you know what, folks? That's actually good news. The fact is, I'm going to loop this real quick just to make sure I didn't miss any. Over the last 2 hours to right now, there has not been any local storm reports of hail, which is actually some good news. So I'm going to switch that off, going to put back on sweeping radar. There's the last 2 hours. So that's how quickly this cold front has pushed across the valley. It's been going at about 50 plus miles an hour to the east. Behind it, there's colder air. Behind it, we are expecting more snow to continue falling in the high country, piling up to over 2 feet of snow up in the high country. I'm going to stop it now and show you where the bulk of the moisture, there's the cold front right there. It is pushing through Casa Grande, Queen Creek area, Florence. You guys are right on top of it. It's heading towards Kearney right now. Let's just cone that out. Let's just see if we take that out at 55 miles an hour. There's 55. So Florence, right about the top of the hour. Cochrane, Kearney, Hayden Junction, Dudleyville at about 9:30. If this thing stays together, you guys should expect severe weather in the next hour. So you folks there in Cochrane, Kearney, Hayden Junction, Dudleyville, this is your opportunity. This is why we first alert for you. This is why we stream live for you. This is your opportunity to kind of secure anything that's outside to make sure that there's going to be no flying patio furniture, because this thing has been producing a lot of wind in a short amount of time. Let's see if I can erase that, and let's get you back to the valley where we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the southeast. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that radar picture. It's 7:58, so our live coverage continues right now on the Arizona Family News at 8 with Chief Meteorologist Royal Norman, Steve Sarabia, and the Storm Commander, Paul Horton, is in the studio. We're all here, the First Alert Forecast team, and we are streaming on all of our platforms, and thanking you for helping us tell the weather story. Thanks for posting on our website. Thanks for posting on our Arizona Family First Alert Facebook page. Hope you enjoyed this live stream. Severe thunderstorm warning still continues for portions of the South Valley until 8:15. Live team coverage continues right now on air and online right here at Arizona's Family.
Thanks for watching Arizona's Family. Watch us live wherever you are. Our mobile and streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, and Android TV. Subscribe on YouTube